Lina, do you want to come up here? She's going to do some wellness with us.
Hi everyone, thank you for having me. It's an honor and privilege because I love talking about wellness. Wellness is my thing. So my name's Lina. I've been in wellness for 3 decades now, teaching. Oh, can you hear me okay? And I've been teaching people simple ways to live a well life. Now, we're all unique, right? So my question to you is, how many of you take some time for yourself to take care of you? Anyone? What do you do to take care of you?
Just have time to myself without anybody else being around.
Oh, that's good.
Not really think about, I've got to do this, I've got to do that, I've got to do that. So it's almost a detachment from the world.
Amazing. Yeah. Anyone else?
I go walking, cooking.
Amazing. I like a man who cooks. And you were going to say? Amazing. Yeah. So when we take time for ourselves, it's really, really good. So I've taught people to find the unique way that works for them. I do it with yoga and holistic practices. Now, for me, I did law and business. And when I started working for a firm, it just wasn't the right fit for me. First time in my life, my husband said, "You're not happy, leave." I'm like, no one's actually ever said to me that you're not happy, leave. Because when we're happy, we feel good, right? And what happens, you may not know that everything that we see, hear, and smell and touch is energy. When you flip that light switch, electricity is going to turn that light on, but do you know where it comes from? No. Energy is like, when you meet someone for the first time and you get that feeling, there's something not right about this person, or you've met them and you've said, I know them like I've known them for years. That's because we're feeling each other's energy. Now, how does it start? It starts with a thought. Each time you have a thought, the more you have that thought, becomes a belief. The more you have that belief, it becomes a story. It can even become your identity. How many of you are hell-bent on holding on to a story that doesn't even work for you? Because maybe someone told you along the way that this is how things are. Or you told yourself a story that I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy. Whatever it is, we tell ourselves these things all the time, even sometimes when they're not true. Now, the impact that it has on us is, so here is the past. Things happen to us, even when it's a minute away, it still becomes the past. Then you have something here in the future, but really we're living our life right now, this moment. Because whatever we focus on is where our energy goes. Would you agree? Right? So when my kids were little, we used to watch this animation called Kung Fu Panda. I don't know if any of you have heard of it. And in there, the Zen master says, the past is history. The future, a mystery. All you have is now, the present moment. So what do we do with the gift of presence? Sometimes when we've gone through stuff in our life, which is here, we've suppressed it. We get angry about it and we relive it every day. So what happens is, here we are in the past, living our life right now, leading to stress and anxiety. So we're going from past to future, stress, anxiety, stress. But we're living life right now. So what happens is we miss those moments to be thankful for. Does everyone have a roof over their head? Food on their plate? Clothes on their body? Everyone have a car? We forget to look at those things because we've gone through trauma. And that's not our fault because it's a biological response. Our nervous system takes on this role. So our nervous system has 2 main functions. One is communication. So you say something to yourself, raise your arm. So we raise our arms. Move forward, we walk forward. But the other is fight or flight, your survival system. So when you're in survival mode, the cavemen, how did they live? They were in fight or flight. They had to go and find their food. They had to go and survive. Many people live their life like that. I live my life like that. I went through a series of trauma myself. My father was diagnosed with a terminal illness. I myself went through a near-death experience. I had financial struggles. And I had a story because I used to always worry about money. I had to have so much money in the bank before I could feel safe. So what happens to our brain is the question we ask ourselves is, am I safe? Am I going to be okay? And in that, we don't have control. We feel out of control. We don't feel worthy. We don't approve of ourselves. We don't love ourselves. And the most important thing is it starts with us, what's going on inside. So, honest questions, do you even like yourself? Because if you don't like yourself, if you don't love yourself, if you're not looking in the mirror and saying, hey babe, you look great, you look sexy, do you really like yourself? Because when you like yourself, you start loving yourself, then you can do that for other people. Now, I'm short on time, so I want to demonstrate what happens to your body when you tell yourself something. So Hina has volunteered. Hina, would you come up to the stage? So how many people know what kinesiology is? Kinesiology is a way your body gives you feedback. So, Hina, if you come here. So your body will always tell you, you know that gut feeling? Sometimes we don't follow it, do we? We don't follow the fact that, this person is not so good, but, I'm going to go with the flow of it anyway. So anyway, Hina, thank you for volunteering. So we just raise our arm. I'm going to ask you a series of questions. Now, even if it's false, I want you to be so strong, and I want you to believe like it's so true, okay? Like your story is your truth, right? So just hold it strong, like so strong. This is a false question, but she's going to believe it's true to her. So think of something that is so traumatic in the world, or somebody that you maybe don't like, maybe hate even. Maybe that's, no? No? Somebody you hate. But I want you to be strong. I want you to believe it like it's true. Okay? Ready? She's trying to be strong, but I can easily pull her hand out. So now her body and her mind, whatever she's telling herself, believes it's true. How did the arm feel when you were trying to be so strong, but I was pushing it down?
There's a lot of pressure.
A lot of pressure. How does it feel now?
Fine.
Fine? Okay. Lift up again. Now I'm going to ask her another question, but it's going to be a positive one. So, think of somebody you love so much, brings a smile to your face. And just hold that, feel that in your body. I can't even push it down. No way. You feel strong in your body? Thank you. So what happens is, when we tell ourselves something, our mind believes everything it tells. You tell it. If you tell yourself, I can't do this, you were saying that earlier, I can't do this, you're not going to be able to do it. Does a baby stop walking, crawling, when it starts learning to walk? No. It crawls, it might fall, it might stand, but eventually it starts walking and starts looking in the cupboards. It's like a little adventure. So like that for us, when we tell ourselves something, we have to maybe unlearn what's happened in the past, become in the present, so we can live our future. Simple ways, sustainable ways that work for us, so life becomes easy. Is life all sunshine and roses? But can it be easier for us when we're living our life? Yes, absolutely. So I wanted to just do a simple exercise with you, a relaxation exercise. This science shows when you're guided the right way, supported the right way, your mind starts to relax. Your body will follow. And when your body follows, calm, clarity, and more follows. So everybody ready for that? Yeah? Take your attention just to your breath. Feel any tension in your body. And as you breathe out, feel this tension release. Again, see if there's any tension anywhere else in the mind, in the body. And as you breathe out, for yourself, more present to this moment, because this is the only moment you have. In this moment, what are you thinking? Are you thinking about something that happened in the past? Are you thinking about your future? Focus on your breath. You only have this moment. Remember, it's the gift of presence. Feel your mind becoming calmer. Breath is deeper. What does that feel like in your body, in your mind? Do you feel a little bit lighter? Imagine feeling like that in a week's time. What are you saying to yourself? How does that feel in your body? Do you feel lighter? Imagine feeling like that in a month's time. Maybe you can smell something nice. How does that feel in your body and mind? What is your self-talk to yourself? Imagine feeling like that in 6 months. Or even a year. Focusing on your breath. Being kind and loving to yourself. Maybe that's a new concept. Nobody teaches us how to be kind and loving to ourselves. Maybe that can be today. So coming back to present day, making a different choice in your moments of overwhelm, stress, exhaustion, burnout. Maybe a different choice today, where you start loving you, being more kinder to yourself, so you can be that to others. Maybe you're a caretaker. maybe you'll have more energy, more calm, and more clarity. And then gently opening your eyes. How do you feel? Anybody want to share? Relaxed? We only did that for a few minutes. So imagine feeling like that in your life. Do you think that's even possible? Maybe you feel a bit lighter in your mind, your body. But it is a practice to be guided by the right person, to have the right support system. Many of my students have used this before going into a meeting, or when they wake up at night to just fall back asleep again. Maybe you feel that your mind's too busy, or you don't have time because emails, meetings, maybe you're taking care of other people. But when you make a few minutes time for yourself, imagine feeling this relaxed. Affects your nervous system in a way where you can feel good, start to look amazing. Now let's face it, we all want to look amazing, right? And imagine living a life of ease. I know life is not all sunshine and roses, but can you imagine just feeling like this in everyday life? Can you? Anyone? It is possible. And imagine when you feel like this, how will you be around other people? So I created a very simple reset system for my students. It's called the Calm Code, the 3-minute reset. 1 minute in the morning, 1 minute at night, 1 minute in the afternoon. And then you can increase that over time. It takes 21 days for a habit to form. So imagine during the day where you might have reacted, but you're responding and it's working in your favor. Maybe you feel that your mind is so busy, you don't know how to relax. Did you feel relaxed today? Just a few minutes. Or maybe you don't have time for yourself. Maybe you're new to the wellness. Or there's so much information out there and you just don't know what to follow, what to do. It's confusing because there is so much out there. So with the right guide and the right support system, you can find something that works for you that's really, really simple. And if you want to go deeper, I've also created Yoga 360, Yoga Beyond the Mat. Many people think that yoga is going into a class. Did you know there's 8 sides to yoga? One is how you are with your environment. Another is how you are with yourself. The other is breath. And as many people know it, they think it's fancy postures, looking all beautiful. But we're all unique. Our skeleton is unique. I know I can't do all postures, and I've been doing yoga and teaching it for about 12 years now. So you get to go inside and find what works for you. Isn't it a new thing that we never get taught that we need to do right by us? Because we as Gujaratis and many other people say they just do things because we've been told, it's tradition, and that's what we've got to do. So I just want to end with this story. You know the race between the tortoise and the hare? Bang, the race starts. The tortoise going at its own pace. The hare is going here, there, and everywhere. And it decides to take a nap before going over the finish line. Wakes up feeling all flustered because the tortoise has won the race. Now for me, I was like the hare, here, there, everywhere, thinking, I will win the race of life. My wellness will come later, not that I really knew what wellness was. And I became like the tortoise, slow, steady, wins the race. So one of my students, his name's VJ, his wife really wanted him to come to my class. And I said, when he's ready, if he's ready. One day she stays behind the class and she says, I really want to thank you. I said, of course, I love teaching. She goes, no, you don't understand. That's my husband, and he's come off his blood pressure after 22 years, after coming to my class. He'd only been coming for a few months. So wellness can be simple. It doesn't have to be difficult. But the first step is you have to take that step for yourself. You are unique. You are important. When you take care of you, everything else takes care of itself. Thank you so much for having me. It's an honor and privilege. Come and see me if you're interested and if you've got any more questions. Thank you.